It's week 11 of the 2030 season, and the spotlight is on these two.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Pratt going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses who have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Franklin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fowler.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempts. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw is Pratt. That's complete. Roma Dunze.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Pratt. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now Pratt. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Toss play to Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Pratt. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a give right side. It's Green. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Pratt. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 2nd and 10. To throw now, Pratt. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Pratt. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle this time to Fowler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. He sets to fire deep. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Toss right side to Pacheco.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And that will be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Pratt.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Flexing his muscle at the 30.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Pacheco. Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pratt going to look to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Back to throw. Pratt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got London on a slant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Mahomes now to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leo Chanel able to record his 5th sack of the season. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That is caught by Fountain. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Complete to Dawson Knox. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Rashee Rice.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Well, now how about this return?
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To throw now, Pratt. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now an option play on second down. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Throwing now is Pratt. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Pratt. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Pratt. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion goes the tight end. And this is incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Mahomes to throw once more. His throw incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd down and
now Mahomes. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Now inside the 25.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Robinson with another carry.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now Pratt.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Pratt.
And he fends him off.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
The tight end in motion right. Now here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pratt going to look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
To throw now, Pratt.
And the reception made by Green. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Throwing now is Pratt.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
To throw is Pratt.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Robinson.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. This 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now a 2nd and 2.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes, throw left side, complete. That's Fowler. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is indeed good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Here's 1st and 10. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here comes 2nd down. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And taken at the 46. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take it. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here's 2nd down. Again, it's Pacheco. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Kansas City,